Hey guys, today I have a Whirlpool washer and electric dryer set. And obviously they're not matching, they are both made by Whirlpool. This one here is the direct drive full water usage style with just about every option you could think of. We've set it to Super Plus on the water usage, so it's going to fill all the way up with water. You've got several different options here for your temperature, including a automatic temperature control. Here we've got extra rinse, end of cycle, so we could do an extra rinse with a buzzer. And then we've got, you can actually control how hard and how fast it's going to agitate, and I've just got it set to full blast here. That's on the quick wash. Let's see here, agitate, spin. Yeah, that's what I want to set it on. We're just going to do high, so full speed and fastest spin. And now here we've got it set to just the normal gentle wash system. I've got it set to regular, so it's filling up with water right now. You've got the extra rinse, the casual, permanent press, and then a pre-treat as well. So tons of options on this washer. Huge capacity on it. This is Super Capacity Plus. Just about the biggest they made in this direct drive style. You've got the agitator in the center, and it's the two-part agitator, so it's going to move freely in one direction and not back the other direction. That's how you know these are working correctly. I've got a pretty heavy towel load piled in there, so I'm gonna, once it fills all the way up, you'll get to see that it agitates, drains the water out, and then has a nice, fast, smooth final spin cycle on it. Everything you'd want to check out is if you were standing here yourself checking it out, you get to see everything works perfect. It's the fourth load that I've put through, and I've tested all these little switches out and just make sure that everything works. When you switch all the valves, you can hear it switching between the hot and the cold valve, and this one's using both of those valves. And then we come over here to the electric dryer. You've got 4 different temperature settings here. Time dry is kind of what I like to do. I just kind of like to set it on right here just above the 60 and let it rip. And I don't have a vent hose on the back, so you can hear it blowing out the back. It's kind of loud. Otherwise, you just hear it clothes tumbling on themselves. Turn that back off. I'll get the clothes in here, and you'll be able to hear them tumbling. I'll show you that it's heating and all of that. But anyway, yeah, they're sitting side by side. So we'll let the washer get full, and we'll come back. All right, so now it's got the nice strong agitation. I only use about a cap full of bleach for these test loads, so it's not real bubbly or anything like that, but you can see that agitator working the clothes down along those fins, along the fins on the bottom, and then it spits them back up, so it does this vortexing action here. It's doing an excellent job. The lid switch has been professionally bypassed on this as well, so it's not going to stop when you lift the lid up, and that also goes for the spin cycle. So something to keep in mind if you got little kids and you're worried about that, maybe not the washer for you. However, most people kind of like being able to throw an additional piece of clothing in there if they need to, instead of having it shut down and can kind of restart it and mess it up. So don't have to worry about that on this one. All right, it just drained all the water out, kicked over to the first spin before it fills all the way back up with water for the rinse cycle. But I did want to show off its first spin here. You can see all the water's already been drained out. It's getting up to speed. It's got a nice, fast spin cycle, which is great because it's going to extract that used up soapy water. And then when it fills up, it'll fill all the way up with fresh water, agitate, and then drain that back out. So it might spin just a little bit faster than this on the final spin. It'll actually spin a lot longer as well. So I will come back for that next, so you can see it at its fastest where the clothes are just about spun out. All right, we're into that final spin cycle, and this is about the fastest that it's going to spin out. You can see here, nice smooth operation. Sounds great. Always want to make sure when you get it in place that you've got it level front to back, side to side. Use a level and put it right on the lid here, front, back, side to side. You can lift it up once again because that lid switch has been bypassed. can see, spinning super fast. All right, I'm gonna let that finish up, then we'll move them over to the dryer, and we're gonna show that off here in just a sec. All right, now we've got those clothes moved over into the dryer, the washer, cleaned out, has that porcelain basket in it, which is super nice. Now we come over here, and I've got it set time dry, which is a high heat setting. Here's your lint trap. You wanna make sure that that gets changed out each and every load so that you've got real good airflow. Now I'm going to show you that it is in fact heating like it's supposed to. So right in between those two red dots, we're taking a surface measurement on the temperature there. It's 63 degrees on the dryer, 52 on the concrete floor. And we'll go ahead and open this up. See, it's tumbling. Now the heat's going to pump out of this heating element tube right here. So it's super hot coming out of this tube. But the air inside of your dryer is only going to get from about 95 up to 195 when the clothes are like completely done and it's rocking and rolling full heat. Otherwise, it's going to hover somewhere in the area of about 145 as it's getting a big load like this going. So the air pumps in here, circulates with the clothes, and then out right there, which is where the lint trap is to catch any additional lint. And then the air goes out the back of your dryer where you would hook your little vent hose up. So that's why the airflow is so important. Close that, hit go. All right, and I will let that finish up and go ahead and get these listed up for sale. I do appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out. Thanks, you guys have a great day.